everyone and welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. My name is Katarina. I'm sorry if it echoes. I am filming in a different room today. This is our living room, and the reason I am filming here is that I want to lip swatch my entire lip product collection and I want to use natural light. So I'm filming in our living room because here the natural lighting is clearly the best. So in the last couple of videos that I have filmed, I have been talking about the fact that we will be moving later this year. It's not yet exactly sure when the move will happen, but before the move I do want to do a declutter. I do think the declutter is going to be pretty small for the most part. There is not that much that I would like to declutter. My categories are really curated, but I do think lipstick is an area where I'm not quite happy with what I have. I do have quite a few lipsticks that I don't necessarily like, and then I have some that I don't even know if I like them because I have not really used them. So today I wanted to start kind of like a lipstick chopping block. I will be lip swatching all of my lip products and I'm going to spread them to two piles. So a yes means something that I really do love it, or at least like it a lot, and I can see myself getting good use out of it. And then there will be a no pile, which is something that I just don't feel good about the lipstick. I may straight up hate it. I think there might be a couple like that in my collection, or then I just don't know. I maybe feel that I need to try to make it work a little bit harder. I kind of want to get my reaction on camera. I want to see all of the lipsticks on myself and I want to have footage of that. So that also helps me to decide later what to declutter. All of the lipsticks that go into the no pile, I will challenge myself to use them at least a couple of times before doing the declutter. So what I will be lip swatching today is all of my lip products with the exception of lip liners, because for me a lip liner is more like a supportive lip product. I always decide first what lipstick I'm going to wear and then I pick a lip liner that matches it. And when I'm going to declutter my lip liners, I'm going to look if there is a lipstick that works with that specific lip liner. So we're not going to lip swatch those, but all of the lipsticks and all of the, well, I don't have lip glosses, but I have some lip gloss sticks we are going to lip swatch. Okay, so the first lipstick is the Artdeco, I think it's Hydra Care lipstick, and it is in the shade Apricot Oasis, which maybe you can see is kind of like an orangey shade. So this is kind of like a hybrid between a lip balm and a lipstick. I have counted them towards my lipstick collection in my inventory sheet, but I actually think I could move this one, and I do have another shade, to the tinted lip balm and lip gloss category, because this one clearly is a more sheer product. And I actually do like this. Now I will say orange lipstick is something that I think works for me only when I do have some tan, like I do have right now. So I think I am an example of somebody who really changes their mind about a lip product depending if I have tan or not. So this is something that now in summer I think looks great on me, looks amazing. But in winter I would not really like this. Unfortunately I have only worn this once this summer. This is something that I would like to wear more, but I just haven't. But this one is a yes. Okay, then the another shade from this line that I have is Rose Oasis, and this one is more like a mauve shade, I would say, kind of like a rosy mauve. Clearly pulls a little bit more cool, and I'm going to be completely honest, I don't love it now that I do have some tan. Right now it's kind of like not a favorite, so technically it should go to a no pile. However, it doesn't make any sense for me to put it on a chopping block right now to try myself to like it, because I know currently it is a skin tone issue. I do really like this formula and I do like this color. It is just something that I would gravitate towards, especially in winter when I don't have any tan, when I feel like going for more cool tones. So this is going to be a yes, but in general maybe a note to myself that in future I should stay away of these colors that pull cooler, pull a little bit more muted. I have one more lipstick from Artdeco, and this one is the High Performance lipstick in the shade Pomerian Red, which I have not worn this in a while, and I really loved this when I got it. I thought it's such a fun and such a different, kind of like unexpected lipstick. Now that I have it on, I really don't know how I feel about it. So this is a bullet lipstick that has this shimmer to it. I don't know, I just think it looks somehow weird. So this one surprisingly goes to the no pile. Here's the thing, I don't know like where I would wear this. This is not something I would ever wear to work, at least if I was working in an office. But then if I have a special occasion, I'm probably going to just wear my red lipstick, and this would not really be my first choice. And it just looks a little bit off. I don't know. Let me know what you think. But this totally goes to the chopping block. Next is Catrice, and from them I do have two of these Shine Bomb Lick Lacquers. This one is the lightest shade, and it is called French Silk. I do really like this lipstick. This is like a really nude lipstick. I don't want to say cool because this is not really a super cool color, but looking at my lip product collection, this one totally goes towards the more cool side of things. And this color is also something that I would more enjoy in the depth of winter, in spring, when I'm typically a little bit more into cool tones. Now that I do have some tan, for example, I do feel it's maybe slightly cool. But this is really a lipstick that I do love. And the another shade that I do have from the Catrice Shine Bomb line is the shade Sweet Talker, which I don't know, from the promo pictures I thought it would be more peachy, maybe a little bit corally, but really, on me at least, this pulls really pink. And it's kind of like a weird pink where it's not really a pink nude anymore, but then it's not really a bright pink, and I just don't know if these sort of colors are really that flattering. In general, I do think the color pink for me is sort of tricky. I don't really feel it represents me in any way, and I feel pink makeup doesn't really suit me. Yeah, this one is a no and goes to the chopping block, but I will give it a chance. I will try to wear it with a couple of different makeup looks, but actually I wouldn't be surprised if I end up decluttering this one, because if I am completely honest, I don't remember wearing this a single time and being really actually happy with my makeup look. So maybe that is an indicator that it is not my kind of color. I opened the curtain a little bit more. I needed some more light, but I'm sorry about that. But anyways, let's talk about the next lipstick, which is the only Charlotte Tilbury lipstick actually that I have left. This one is the Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips 2 lipstick in the set Red Hot Susan, which is really warm, almost like orangey, sort of brick red shade. I absolutely do love this now that I do have tan. Before I got tan this summer, I was thinking that I don't really love this anymore and that this might be something that I would declutter. But again, a really clear example of something that I changed my mind about depending if I have tan or not. So this one is my favorite summertime red lipstick, and I do want to get back to wearing red lipstick more, and if I'm going to do it in the summer, this is my choice. If I'm going to do it in the winter or otherwise when I just don't have any tan, then I'm more likely going to go for my another more blue based red. But yeah, I really do love this color. This is, by the way, my oldest lipstick. It's from 2023. It's my only lipstick from that year. And for me, 3 years is the point when I'm not comfortable keeping a lip product anymore these days. So I do have about a year left with this one. Let's hope I can get some good use out of this. But realistically, I don't think a red is something that I would finish. Sure, it's my favorite for a special occasion, but on every day it would maybe feel a little bit forced. But yeah, I just absolutely do love this color. I think it's really gorgeous. Okay, so next we do have lipstick that I am not the biggest fan of, at least on its own. This one is the Essence Care and Shine lipstick in the shade My Choice. Well, actually, now that I look myself at the camera, I don't think this looks the worst ever. I mean, does it wash me out? Yes, it does. But you know, maybe one day I would like to go for a look like this. The issue right now is that I am maybe a little bit too tanned to pull this specific lipstick off, because this one pulls a little bit more on the cool tone side, but I don't know. Let me know what you think. I was sure before putting this on that this would be something that I absolutely hate. Now that I have it on, I don't say that I absolutely love it, but I like it more what I expected. I think I actually need to wear this one day to see how I really feel wearing such a nude lip. But I do think there is something about wearing a really nude lip. There is something kinda sexy in it. Okay, I do have another one of these Essence Care and Shine lipsticks. This one is in the set My Passion, and as you can see, it is clearly a brighter color, which I got to say, I liked the nude one better. I don't really like the color of this. It's maybe a little bit too bright, but it kind of lacks the depth that I would need for a bright color. I don't know. But yeah, this one totally goes to the chopping block. I will challenge myself to wear it a couple of times, but right now my guess is that this one I will declutter later. Moving on to Juvia's Place, and I do have 3 of their gloss sticks that we're going to lip swatch first. So this one is the shade Rose, and this is a pink that I do like, or the tone of pink in this is what I like, because compared to, for example, the Rose Oasis from Artdeco, this one is a little bit lighter and has a little bit more just brightness in it without going overly bright. The only thing is that I don't necessarily like this glossy formula on myself, but this is totally something that I can see myself finishing, and once I have finished this, I probably will purchase a lipstick in a similar color. For example, the Charlotte Tilbury Hot Lips 2 lipstick in the shade Dance Floor Princess looks like could be really similar. So yeah, this one is absolutely a yes. Okay, so next is the shade Stay Clear, which obviously is a clear shade, and maybe what you can see right now is not 100% perfect representation of this, because there might have been some staining from the previous lipsticks, but I do think this is close enough. Looks like my natural lip color, but just a glossy version of it. And yeah, I do really like this, and I actually do like an idea of owning just a clear lip gloss, or then maybe a tinted lip balm that has just a little bit of tint there to maybe enhance the lip color, but really gives me that my lips but better sort of vibe. Okay, the last one of these gloss sticks from Juvia's Place that I have is the shade True Nude. I'm sorry, did I have it on my teeth? Yeah, I love this color. This color is probably the best nude color in my collection. I really do think it suits me. It's just this perfect nude that kind of matches my skin tone. Doesn't go too yellow, doesn't go too pink, doesn't go too peach, just the perfect nude. However, I don't really like this formula. I will say it feels kind of like gooby and weird. This specific shade, for some reason, is a little bit thicker and more gooby than the other two, but I do really love this color, and I'm totally going to use this one up. But in future I do want to find a lipstick in a similar color to this one, because the tone is just really nice. Okay, so then I have 3 of these Juvia's Place, what are they even called? Velvety matte lipsticks, I think. So this one is in the shade Invoke, and what is this even? I do think this one is a little bit weird. This one is like a really orangey nude color, but it's a color that I don't know if it wants to be an orange, or I don't know if it wants to be a nude. This is kind of like a burnt orange, but in a really light tone, I would say. So it's not really like a bright orange, but it's not a nude on me, at least, because it's so orangey. So this one goes to the chopping block. I actually have not worn this. I bought all of these Juvia's Place lip products that I have from their sale in January, so they're relatively new, and this 100% is a color that I would only wear in summer when I have tan, and then in fall when I am in a mood for, you know, this sort of more orangey, really warm, kind of like cozy tone. Okay, next I do have the shade Libra, which is like a brown nude. I kind of want to love these lipsticks, but for some reason I think they kind of drain color from my face. I do think these sort of mid-toned neutral colors just typically don't look the best for me. Whether we're talking about a warm color or a cool color like a rosy tone, there's just something that they don't work. I would need either a little bit brighter tone, or then I would need a nude. But yeah, this is just it's a little bit, I feel it ages me somehow. It goes to the chopping block. I think when I was watching review videos of these Juvia's Place lipsticks from other people, they looked really different what they look on real life. And yeah, it's just a great example of why you shouldn't necessarily pay too much attention to videos done in studio lighting, because the studio light is very often going to make a lip product appear more bright what it is in real life. And I do think this one on somebody's video looked way brighter color, while in reality it is really muted browny shade. And the last out of this is the shade Mademoiselle, which is like a really pale peachy nude. Kinda skin tone-ish, but peachier. I have actually randomized this to be a focus lip product in July, and I have not really liked this. There's just something in the tone that I don't love. Maybe it is a little bit too much peachy. And I will say I have worn it with a lip liner. Typically I apply quite a bit lip liner to deepen this a little bit, but there's just something in the tone that doesn't quite work. So this one is kind of like not a love, and it goes on the chopping block. I have worn it quite a few times, but maybe I will still try to give it a chance wearing it just like this to see how I feel about wearing this really pale washed out nude lip look. Okay, so next we have a lipstick that I love everything about it. I love the tone, I love the feel on the lips, I love the finish, I love the packaging. This one is from a brand Mesauda. And look at that print thing on the lipstick. It has this little M all around it. And these lipsticks do have a magnetic cap, which just, they're so luxurious, and they're not even that expensive. They're like about 20 euros. No, under 20 euros. This is an Italian brand that is not talked about a lot. I don't know why. I do have one of their called cream lipsticks, which is this one. This one is the shade Idol. And it is like a peachy corally nude. I unfortunately just have not allowed myself to wear it, I guess. This is an example why I would only like to have lipsticks that I love, because otherwise I can pretty easily not allow myself to wear the ones that I really love, and then I'm forcing myself to pan those that I don't love. And I just feel it's time for me to get over of that mindset, and hopefully this declutter or this chopping block thing and then later declutter will help me with that. But yeah, this is a beautiful lipstick. For me, maybe a little bit more like a spring and summertime sort of shade, because there is a little bit of peachiness and coralliness in it. But yeah, really, really pretty. And then I do have one of the Mesauda called matte lipsticks, and this one is in the shade Idol. As you can see, it is red, and as I was already talking, I do have also a more blue-based red, which is this one. So I do think it looks just fine right now, but now that I do have some tan, I still prefer a little bit warmer red. But then when I don't have any tan, and especially in winter, I do prefer this one, and I just think this looks absolutely gorgeous. And this one just glides on. It's not like super matte really, but it's more matte than the creamy one. But yeah, I absolutely love this. I definitely at some point do want to get more lipsticks from Mesauda. Same thing, it's a magnetic cap on the packaging. The called matte one comes in black packaging, and the called creamy in silver packaging. No need to say it, but this one is a yes, 100%. I love everything about this lipstick. Okay, then I do have two of these W7 Major Matte lipsticks, which are trying to dupe the Huda Beauty lipsticks, whatever they're called, but they come in similar packaging. I think the name of this is really misleading, because there's really nothing matte about these lipsticks. They're actually extremely creamy, really nice formula. But I do have two nude shades from this, and this is the first one. It is the shade Exposed, and I sort of feel exposed when wearing this one. It is so neutral, again, so nude, like just washes me out, but for some reason today I'm not hating this look, when previously I would have been absolutely disgusted by this. But I don't mind it, but this one will go to the chopping block. This one is like a really sandy tone, almost yellow, slightly reminds me of the shade Nude Kate from Charlotte Tilbury, which I used to have. Maybe that one was a little bit more warm, versus this one is just more neutral sandy, but both of them have sort of this yellow tone. But yeah, this one goes to the chopping block. Okay, then the another W7 lipstick that I have, and the last one that we are going to lip swatch today, the last lipstick in my collection, is the original shade from the Major Mattes line. Compared to the previous one, this one totally has a little bit more depth. It doesn't make me look quite so washed out. And this one is maybe a little bit more peachy, but it is still really nude and not peachy like in a colorful way, because there are peachy nudes, like the Mesauda lipstick, for example, that I have clearly is more peachy and a little bit more colorful, while this one is still like a brown nude, just with a more peachy undertone. I hope that makes sense. But yeah, I don't know how I feel about this one. Now that I have this on its own, it just doesn't work. Like, I either would need to have it a little bit more pale so that it would really make that concealer lip look, or then I will need to wear a lip liner with this. Actually, I'm probably going to wear this one today. I'm going to wear it later, and I have randomized this to be my weekly lipstick this week, and I have not yet worn it this week, so I'm going to wear this today, but I'm totally going to do it with lip liner. Okay, so the lipsticks on the yes pile, which means that I either absolutely love them or I at least like them enough to get more use out of them. I know without having to put them to a chopping block that I want to keep them. I do have 9 of these. Some of them are something that I do want to finish, like the Juvia's Place gloss sticks I would like to finish and maybe then replace either with a tinted lip balm or with a lipstick. But yeah, in general, these I do really like. No need for me to think about them too much. And there's also 9 lipsticks that are on the chopping block. Some of them I was maybe a little bit surprised that I put them to the chopping block and are just not absolutely love. And some of them I liked them more today when I lip swatched them what I thought that I would like. So it's interesting now to see how I feel when I wear them. I will try to wear each of them at least a couple of times, or however many times it makes it to figure it out. I don't know if I'm going to do any follow-up video. Let me know. Because I'm then anyways going to do the declutter later, where I will then let go of the lipsticks that I don't like. But if you do want to see a follow-up video of like me actually wearing them, let me know. I might do that. In general, I don't feel super good about having half of the lipsticks in my collection, something that I really like, and then half being something that I don't even know if I like them. And yeah, I would just want to have lipsticks that I really love, all of them. A small selection, like 10 or so lipsticks would be my dream. And different shades, but only ones that I really love. So a good variety for different seasons, occasions and all of that. But yeah, that's really everything for today. Thank you so much for watching this video and I hope to see you in my next one. Bye bye.